The brutality is probably the worst I've ever seen in my 10 years at the DA's office. It's pretty bad. And so it was shocking when I saw it. Originally, I thought there may be some type of relationship between the complainant and the defendant, but what we know at this point is that there was no relationship. It was complete strangers. So that made it even more shocking and horrific. So.
And y'all think they really didn't know each other? I mean, she kisses him, stabs him, like, it totally looks like they do.
What we know so far is that there's been no evidence and nothing that we have found that connects the two to each other. So.
Can you talk a little bit about the video? I haven't seen the video, just what happened.
The video shows the defendant running over the complainant, targeting him, and then reversing over him. And then she crashes the vehicle into an apartment complex, one of the units. She gets out, walks up with the knife, she turns his body over, straddles him, and then she kisses him, and then slits his throat and stabs him somewhere between 7 and 10 times. And then she gets up and walks away.
Do we think it's mental health? You said in court, we don't know yet if it's mental health or drugs. We'll hear that come out later. Can you just speak to that?
Sure. So there is some indication that we have early on mental health may play a role. We also have some indication that drugs may play a role. So both myself and I know the defense attorney as well have been subpoenaing records from mental hospitals as well as toxicology reports from hospitals as well, so we can kind of see what it was that triggered this.
She had been at a motel where the vehicle had been reported stolen. Do you know what she was doing at the motel?
I don't know what she was doing at the motel. We do know, based on what happened there, and there's video surveillance that captures it, is that she took that vehicle without consent. That was not a vehicle she had authorization to drive, and then drove it over to where the scene of the murder was.
Did she know the individual whose vehicle was taken?
I don't believe so. At this time, I don't believe so.
All right, so bond is set at what now?
So the bond was set at $300,000 in each of the 3 cases. So she has a case, the murder case is set at $300,000. The assault on a public servant, she was taken to Ben Taub afterwards and assaulted a nurse there. That bond is set at $300,000, and then the underlying case for which she's on probation is also set at $300,000.
How did she assault this nurse? What happened?
My understanding is she was taken to Ben Taub, and they were trying to restrain her, and she had kicked one of the nurses that was there at Ben Taub.
Okay, and just real quick, the family of the victim, y'all have been in contact with that family? How are they processing this?
I have. I've spoken to his stepson, and I think that it's pretty shocking for the family. I think that they're devastated, not really understanding why this happened, and I feel terrible for them because this came out of nowhere with something that was totally unexpected.
When is she in court next?
July 24th, she'll be in court.